Hey guys, welcome to the Horror Legends Community YouTube page. My name's Arianna Schaefer. I also have a YouTube channel on here called Arianna Schaefer. And this is a channel that is going to be mostly reviews, but a bunch of other things. But I'm going to actually be reviewing a movie that not a lot of people might have seen, but I'm going to try to be a little, well, if you haven't seen this, stop here, right here, and go watch the film. This is the film called Demons. Not to be confused with Night of the Demons from 1988. This is a film from 1985, directed by Lamberto Bava, and Dario Argento was also sort of a part of this. Not a lot of people say that he directed it, but he did not. He was part of this film, but he did not direct it. It was directed by Lamberto Bava, who is the son of the Italian, basically the grandfather of Italian horror, Mario Bava. I'm sorry about this lighting too. Demons is definitely an interesting film. It's might not be for everybody. I personally love Italian horror. It's one of my favorites. Demons takes place in a movie theater, which is awesome to begin with, and there's 80s like metal bands in it, and there's just a bunch of crazy shit that happens in this film, and the characters are actually very likable. I know not a lot of horror movies have very likable characters, but there is some interesting and likable characters in this film. Then the demon transformation scenes are freaking awesome in this film too. It's just very well done. They actually made a sequel of this too from a year later called Demons 2. But it's not as good as Demons. Can also review that if you guys would like me to do it. I will totally do a review on it. Now, there's some interesting stuff about it. Like, for example, here's a picture, really bad quality, but hold on. There's a demon right there. Just over the top shit, but done in a very great way. This is actually in my top 10 favorite horror films ever, and there's a reason for it. Because I remember the first time I saw this, I know a lot of people were talking about this movie, and I was like, it doesn't seem like something that I'd really like. But the first time I watched it, I fell in love just because of the setting, the movie theater. You'd think they're stuck in a movie theater, it might be a little bit boring at times, but it really isn't. It is over the top, and there's just crazy shit that happens, back and forth, there's running around, there's demons everywhere, and like I said, the 80s metal. Now, you'd think 80s metal in a horror film would be a little weird at times, but it is fucking badass. And if you guys haven't seen this film, what are you still doing watching this review? Because you should really check the movie out. Now, why all these demons come? It's because there's a movie that they're showing at this movie theater called the Metropole. Well, the movie theater is called the Metropole, and all these people are getting the tickets by this weird like guy with half a metal face, and actually the guy with the half, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he wound up doing certain films called Stage Fright and Cemetery Man. So he wound up being a horror director. But these people are getting these tickets to the Metropole, to this movie. Nobody really knows what the movie is called, but when they get to this movie theater, there's all these props there from the movie. And for example, there's a motorcycle and a sword and all this stuff, and then there's a mask. And this random woman puts on this mask, and what happens is she scratches her face from the mask. So she doesn't think anything of it, just she has a cut on her face. But you go further into the movie, and they're actually watching this movie that's happening. And the same thing happens to this guy in this movie. And when that happens, all of a sudden, her face starts to hurt, so she goes to the bathroom. And what happens is the stuff that happens in the movie, or what happened to this woman with the mask, is happening with this guy in the movie. But the stuff that's happening in the movie happens in real life. So what happens to the guy in the movie is that he turns into a demon after getting his face scratched from the mask. And that's what happens to this woman. And that's when all hell breaks loose. And there's blood and a bunch of gore and just body parts flying and people getting their throats slashed. And it's just, it goes from like 0 to 100 very quick. And I like movies like that go from 0 to 100 very quick. You root for these people then because they're stuck in this movie theater, like trying to barricade everything, but there's no use. And you go a little further into the movie, and the two leads, Cheryl and I forget what that guy's name is. He wound up the main guy in this film wound up being in Dario Argento's Opera, which is another great film that I could do a review on. But he winds up being the hero of the film, and he's driving around on the motorcycle and slashing all these demons and stuff, and then they get saved, and everything all the stuff happens, and you get cut closer to the end, and the two leads are in the car with these people. They basically got saved from these people, and it turns out Cheryl is a demon, and the movie gets cut just like that. But I know it's not, this review isn't very long. I just don't want to go into great detail, because I know some people don't like long reviews. They like short reviews, just short and sweet and to the point, enough for them to want to see this movie. But yeah, that's basically it. And like I said, they made Demons 2. Another great film, just in my opinion, not as good as the first Demons. But yeah, that's my review of Demons. I hope you guys like that, and I will for sure be making more videos on this new channel. Thanks to What Pisses Me Off on YouTube. He's also a part of it. Great guy. Done a lot of stuff with him before in the past, like fan films. You should guys really check that out. They're on his channel, What Pisses Me Off, and my channel, Arianna Schaefer. But yeah, that's it. And I'll see you guys later.